So let's do the next one. We'll start today and we'll continue with Shem B'lineh next week. Shabbos Yud Gimel Ad Sheni Pasha Zochet of Shem Gimel. Ha'Hafteira Kiyam Ad Hashem. This is Hafteira of Pasha Zochet. Oyim Avarachamim. Our minhag is that we say Avarachamim on the Daled Pashas, even though it's out of Purim. It's out of Purim, but the assumption is you're davening and laning before Chtos. So you say Avarachamim. And Ein Einim Tzidkoscha, you don't say Tzidkoscha. Tzidkoscha is Mincha. Mincha is after Chtos. It's out of Purim, so you don't say Tzidkoscha. Shuyurim, Chumash Vikashim Pirish Rashi, Tilim, Samach Testel Ayed Aleph, Tanya, Umois, Memzayin, Hatfil. Now we get to the entry itself. Vayavay Amalek, Vayalochem Yisrael B'Fidim. Amalek comes and he engages the Jewish people in a war in a place called the Fidim. Now, for those of you who come to the Pasha class on Sunday nights, you know that 2 weeks ago, Pashas B'Shalach, this was our class. We did Vayavay Amalek. We didn't have a class on Yisrael, but we had a class on Mishpatim. And we're not having a class tonight, by the way. Mishpatim we did by Yiru Salkeisa, but a few weeks ago we did a B'Shalach class. Vayavay Amalek, V'yachem Yisrael B'Fidim. So the Rebbe has a concise Hasidic commentary on this idea. The story about Amalek. Everybody knows the story about Amalek, right? The Midrash Chazal tell us something very interesting. Amalek was the descendant of Esav. So it says in Medrash that Esav had an oldest son. His name was Eliphaz. He was the son of Adar. I said in the class he was the son of Adar. And Eliphaz, according to some days, was a Navi. Eliphaz, according to some days, was a Navi. He grew up in Yitzchak's house. And in Sefer Eiv, one of the 5 personalities is Eliphaz. And some say that the Eliphaz in Sefer Eiv is Eliphaz ben Esav. And Esav sent Eliphaz to kill Yaakov Avinu. And he said, Eliphaz, as long as Yaakov Avinu was alive, we don't have a destiny, a future. If you kill Yaakov Avinu, you'll have a future. Now, Eliphaz Nebuch was raised in Yitzchak Avinu's house. And Lo Titzach bothered him. He couldn't kill his uncle. He couldn't kill anybody. So he ran after Yaakov Avinu, and Yaakov Avinu told him, take my wealth, Oni Choshev Kemes, so you will have, in effect, fulfilled your father's commandment without having to kill me. When Esav heard about this, and it says in Pasuk, particularly Esav's Balabosta, Esav's wife, I think, heard about this, so they went to Eliphaz's son, Esav's grandson. Who was Eliphaz's son? Amalek. And they said, your father is a weakling. He's not a cheriman, he doesn't know how to kill. So we're going to leave you with the task. Your father didn't want to kill Yaakov Avinu. You should see to it to kill Yaakov Avinu's children, because when you kill Yaakov Avinu's children, then your destiny, your inheritance is secured, is guaranteed. And that's why Vayavay Amalek. It says in Medrash, what's with Amal? It's hundreds of years later, Amalek's grandchildren are coming back to kill Yidden. And the Teretz says Amalek was a cheriman, a schemer. What was the scheme? He knew that before the Jewish nation is going to become the nation of God, they have to go into Golus. So he figured like this: let the Yidden go through Golus Mitzrayim, let them suffer to who knows what, and after they paid all the hard bills, we'll come, we'll kill them, and we'll inherit what's left, which is the good half of it. And that's why Vayavay Amalek, now the Yidden left Mitzrayim, they went through all the tzadis, comes again Amalek, and he's claiming his shares. Now I'm going to kill Yidden, and take what is rightfully mine. Now, there's not everybody agrees with this. There are many who hold, of course, that Amalek came and attacked the Jewish people with the full knowledge that there was no way in the world they could win. And that their attack against Yidden was not because they wanted to achieve something for themselves. In fact, they knew they were going to be killed. They came to fight with Yidden to take some of the aura away. Asher korcha optzakilim, to cool off, to take away some of the passion and energy and excitement that the world had. The nation of God. He took them out of Egypt. He performed so many miracles for them. And he gave them the Torah. He's about to give them the Torah. Comes again Amalek and says, don't get excited. I told you this already. The Midrash Chazal say a man who jumps into a boiling bath and he burns himself head to foot. But the bath is cooled off so that others can come after him. Amalek knew that they were going to get burnt, and it attacked the Jewish nation just to take away some of their aura, which is why we say, Melchames Havaya ba'Amalek. Maybe she hates Amalek. Let's read it inside. Amalek comes and attacks the Jewish nation in a place called Refidim. So we know why Amalek attacked, but why in a place called Refidim? And the question is not so much why did they attack in a place called Refidim, how were they able to attack in a place called Refidim? And of course the answer is, that the Yidden in this place called the Refidim were weak in Divrei Torah. And the Rebbe says in Yiddish, as meved shvach in Torah, when somebody is weak in Torah, and of course, learning Torah means is the chamanas lasas al kayim. You learn Torah in order to do mitzvahs. Kum ta Amalek. So Amalek sees that a Yid is weak. He comes along and kills up the Yid, and he cools the Jew down further. And he fights a war not against the Jewish people, but against the idea of the Jewish people. What is the idea of the Jewish people, Yisrael? Is Rashi Tevis, Shishim Ribuy Asias Latera. Yisrael means the idea that there's 600,000 letters in the Torah. In other words, the Jewish people represent the Torah. The Chalachad mi Yisrael, every single Jew, Yesh Leis Achaz B'Torah, has one letter in the Torah. V'lachein, and therefore, Nagu Kol Yisrael is a Jewish custom, Lichtev Ois B'Torah, the Jewish custom to write one letter in the Torah, since every Jew possesses a letter in Torah, right? This is the mitzvah of Ksiva Sefer Torah, right? There's a mitzvah of Sefer Torah. The halacha is that if a person participates in writing a Sefer Torah, it doesn't matter. You don't have to write. The mitzvah saying that I said to write a Sefer Torah, but it's enough to participate in writing a Sefer Torah, buying a letter and writing it yourself, or having somebody write it on your behalf, and so on and so forth. But then, of course, if you can afford it, you write your own Sefer Torah. And if you can afford it, then you're a great person. You actually write it yourself. Like the Rambam writes about himself. He wrote the Sefer Torah himself. The Rambam says if a person actually writes a Sefer Torah by himself, for himself, it's like as if he's makabel the Torah from the Eibishter himself with Halasim. You do it on the highest madrege, it's mamish like as if you're receiving the Torah from the Eibishter. But tziyazeh, whatever the case is, a person has a letter in a Sefer Torah, which is why there's a mitzvah and an inyan to participate in writing a Sefer Torah, at least one letter. And of course, you know, the Rebbe made a campaign 30 years ago in Tafshin Mem Aleph, about writing Aces in a Sefer Torah, and he wrote the psukim that say that Kol Amma Nimtza Koso B'Sefer. That it says in the end of time, who is going to be saved from the tzarach of Cheshach HaGolos? All the Yidden have a letter in a Sefer Torah. When Amalek machtal kedushas HaTorah, and Amalek wants to take away, cool off the holiness of the Torah. How do you deal with Amalek? And of course the answer is B'char Lanu Anosh. We have to choose special people. What kind of people? Anshe Moshe, people of Moshe Rabbeinu. V'Ispashtusa de Moshe B'chol Dara. There's the expansion of Moshe Rabbeinu in every generation. Sheb'chol Day in every generation. Yesh Roshi Alpha Yisrael. There are tzaddikim, there are rebbes, there are holy Jews who are the heads of the thousands of the Jewish nation. V'tei Hilochem Ba'Amalek Loshen Yochid. And you have to go out and fight against Amalek. It's written not Ut'u. Hilochamu, go out collectively, say as a yachid, and we learned this in the Pasha class. But Amalek Loshen Yachid, the Fishatei Nitzchas, the Torah is eternal. B'chol Deir, b'chol Zman, b'chol Makom, in every generation, every time, and every place. B'Shaveh, there's a constant to this, that every individual Jew, at all times, in all places, in all circumstances, is told, say Yilacham B'Amalek. But what is the catch? The catch is, in order to fight with Amalek, you have to be B'char Lanu Anoshim. You have to be connected to Moshe Rabbeinu. And of course, the Gedank here is, like Chassidus says, I can't promise, but B'li Neder Mitzvah next Sunday, we'll talk about Rav Arichis. To fight with Amalek, you need a connection to Moshe Rabbeinu. Because the best we can muster in terms of Yiddishkeit is Seichel, is our intellect, our mind. And Amalek will defeat the human mind. In other words, if we're going to conquer and defeat Amalek, it's going to have to be from a koyach which is higher than Seichel. And this koyach higher than Seichel we have from Moshe Rabbeinu. When a Yid is connected to the Rasi ADAR, to Moshe Rabbeinu, you have the koyach to fight with your own Amalek, and you even have a koyach to fight with somebody else's Amalek. So the Eibishter Halfam, we should reveal these koyach, and we should do it